I sold 2 plots there when they were 850 per square foot just around COVID, and now they're 3,500.
Talk to me. Obviously, this seems like a good opportunity. In terms of areas, what are you seeing as opportunities right now? You mentioned Meadows, but smaller margins right now, I guess.
Yeah, we're not interested in that.
Yeah. What are you seeing in other areas? Anything? What is exciting for you? You don't want to give out, is it?
No, I don't mind, because in the end we have cash ready. So whoever gets there first is gonna get the deal. But look, now we are looking at, we have 3 projects in Jumeirah Golf Estate right now. So we're just constantly trying to get into there more. I feel like it's going crazy over there, and I think we should speak about that after, about our strategy of finishing. Victory Heights, I talked about it in a few videos now. Love the area. Think that it's going to completely blow up, especially the whole Gaff is next door, Oasis is coming, Jumeirah Golf Estate is also next door. So it's just in a very, it's that area that it's like it's just dying to have its time. And Al Burari continues to be somewhere. We have 2 projects in Al Burari, bigger ones, and Lemaire Island, because Astora Bay came. I sold 2 plots there when they were 850 per square foot just around COVID, and now they're 3,500. They've 350% more, 400%. So we're looking there. Al Wasl Freehold. I like District 1. It's all your a lot of your profits in your entry. So the entry is what's complicating the matter now. But we are not targeting areas, we're targeting numbers where stuff is transacting, and I'm utilizing the people in the area, like in Burari, we're speaking with Maria Morris because they're quite active in the area, and JG, Darren Murphy, and Victory Heights Chris, so in every area, like in Meadows Dean, so in every area I find who's specializing there, and it's gonna be like the same vibe as me, very transparent and open. And then we sort of use that to gauge the feasibility, like what sort of entry do we need to be at.
Nice.
And so just kind of go from there. So,
nice. All right.
A lot of in the trenches work.
Yeah. It takes a lot of work to get it right, and like you said, to make the right entry, and you need to consider a lot of options. You can't just jump in on first option. Just going back to your to the real estate market, what was your best or most memorable deal as an agent in Dubai?
That's funny. I never thought about that before. But the most, I would say, dramatic / fun deal was selling a full floor in Palm Beach Towers, Tower 1.
Okay.
So we had this client, so I'm not going to mention too much. And they're very tricky clients because they don't trust anybody, and no matter what you do for them, they still won't trust you. It's probably a cultural thing.
Yeah.
And we were lined up in the field, and I don't know if you sold anything then, but for bulk deals, it was very secretive. It was like going to an Illuminati meeting. Phones were not allowed inside the room, and you would go into the room and sit with the allocation manager. They would show us the floor plate, and then you need to come out of the room and explain what the floor plan looks like, the size, and then it's like yes or no, buy now sort of thing. So I did a good job. We closed, I convinced them, we got the deal done. But then this buyer registered with 2 other brokerages, and someone from their side was trying to get some kickbacks and stuff. So we ended up fighting, we were in a battle. So we booked the unit, and then the other agency was we had them booked in first, and this, and it was a huge drama, and it was a nail biter. To the very end, we thought maybe it was not even gonna happen. So I would say that was the most dramatic and memorable one. Maybe not in a good way, but it was super. It was fun. I enjoyed the whole drama. I guess I married a Dominican woman for a reason. I think it keeps things fun. You know what I mean? So I think that's why I like stirring the pot too. I think people work the best when they're on their toes.
Yeah. And
I've always been good at training salespeople. So you have to keep them, guessing.
Yeah.
And if they can't guess right, then they're probably not best suited for the industry.
I like it. Yeah.
What about you? Can I ask you your best done?
So many. I mean, I've got some similar to that, which didn't happen, which were quite interesting.
I seen a video about that.
Which one was that?
About something in, I think it was in Dubai Hills, and then you mentioned something about the fact that even when you go to the golf course,
plot. I'm not going to say the number, but yeah, you'll see the villa. It's really stand out because it's like a really ugly, horrible building that they built. But yeah, that was a tough one. That was that wasn't on my birthday, but that was crazy. Yeah, because we worked with the guy for basically a year, and we went with him to the. It was when there was just sand. All Hills View was just plots. And he'd seen a few, but he hadn't seen the one that we found. And we went straight to the office of the developer, sat there we got the director down, and we just hashed it out on the table. We negotiated him an extended time to build, give him a better payment plan, because you could do that in those days.
Yeah.
We had a 5-year payment plan, everything. And we left at about 9:30 at night. And he said, just give me this evening, I'm going to send the drawings to my architect overseas, and I'll let you know in the morning. And lunchtime came. A friend of mine who was working in the developer said, I was having lunch with my family. And he said, you need to come down here quick. I was like, what do you mean? He said, the guy's in here now. He's booking the unit with another agent.
It was a plot, right?
Yeah, he's booking the plot with the other. So I drove down. I didn't know what I was going to do. And then he called me and he was like, look, you can't come in because I'm not allowed to tell you, you know what I mean? I'm going to lose my job if you come in and make a big scene and we don't get the deal done or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was literally sat in the car looking through the window, and I could see him and his wife and this other agent inside. And I was walking around the office.
Yeah.
I was looking through, and I messaged him, and I said, "Hey, looks like that plot's just been taken because it just went off the inventory because he just booked it." And I was literally watching him message me back saying, "Oh, is there anything else?" And he's just lying to me. That was a tough one. I mean, there's been so many.
Yeah, I've had cases like that too, for full floors as well. Because I didn't really do offline, but I sold a lot of offline. I think the key to selling offline is understanding the secondary market. So since I was really well tuned with the secondary market, it was quite easy for me to sell clients on where the next move is going to be, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Coming up with a plan on when you're going to exit and what you're going to do.
And being able to sell them bloody.
Yeah.
Because most of these offline guys, but not even that they're going to disappear. Even if they sell it and it becomes profitable, they don't actually know how to sell it.
Honestly, that's why we started ACO initially, because obviously we sold out our project, 280 units. And then the problem was that a lot of the buyers were overpromised from the agents. Yeah. Like, don't worry about the final payment. It's 50%, but you don't need to, worry about that because we're going to sell it for 30% before.
It's a tricky location. I promise that too.
100%. So
it's a great location.
It's tricky anywhere, right? But there's obviously some development coming in the area, so it's not easy. And for buyers to pay 50% upfront plus a premium, when they can't move into the property, it's difficult anywhere. Yeah. And so the agents were like, "Look, can you just help these guys resell?" That's why I opened the brokerage license, because you can't do that from a developer license. So that's what we've been doing, helping there, and then obviously we're doing everything else now. But it's I did a video the other day. You saw it, right? Like flipping. People would come in here with the clients and mention flipping. Yeah, I don't know. Flipping for me just has the connotation of the word of flipping. Because when I first came to Dubai in 2013, I don't know. Flipping was like where people made big mistakes when the market dropped in 2008, because they were all flipping, and then.
Well, flipping was different because stories that I heard when you guys were maybe a year, 2-3 years before, brokers would
flipping in the queue for the launch.
That, and then you could only put like 10% down and then resell it and stuff like. So there was I think that was a completely different time. It was before my time, but I heard lots of stories about it.
Yeah, crazy days, and even it was before my time, to be honest. But flipping in terms of like renovating, reselling, that for me, that's not flipping. That's renovating and reselling with value.
It's creating value. It's I think one thing that some good contractors in Dubai have done is identified what style people like and what's timeless, and using the right materials. And every single project they do, they break records. Yeah. And this is the thing, Dubai is also at a very beginning stage. Like every city has a cycle. Like every 15 years, you need to sort of rejuvenate an area. It's even sometimes 20 years. And now it's like our first cycle. So it's actually, I feel like anyone that's getting, investors that are watching, that are getting into the business, they will not understand. Actually, I was sat with somebody a very big investor who was a big portfolio here. And it's something I actually didn't think about doing. He went to DXB Interact and he searched all the villas and all the top transactions from high to low. And he went all the way down and he's like, by the time we were at like the 760th transaction, it was already like 30 million. He's like, people in Dubai don't have money. Like, you're selling me this idea. It's like, you know, because he's obviously fully loaded, but in his mind, he's thinking about the resale factor. And one thing that was hard for me to explain to him was that there isn't actually that many houses to sell. He's like, well, I know a bunch of people in the Palm that have houses that would love to sell, that are all willing to sell. I'm like, yeah, they're willing to sell, but they're not upgraded, right? And what is upgraded? Is it just like changing the floors and stuff? It's like, no, upgrading or developing is creating value, like changing the floor plan, making it different, using the right materials, adding the amenities. So like once I took him on a viewing, I said, you're going to be my buyer. He has a Rolls Royce, so it's perfect. I'm like, you're going to be my fake buyer. Okay, sorry guys, this is what I do sometimes. And I'm going to show you everything from 50 to 200 million. And you're going to see what's actually available. Then you're going to go, I'm going to tell you which agents to call. Again, sorry. And you're going to verify that I know that I've shown you everything that's available. And once he did that, he like realized that actually in each area, you're lucky to have one very nice property at a given time that's sellable for the price that people are asking.
Got it.
So you can't actually use the data is very hard to actually use if you're not in the trenches and you're not really in the game. Like you can't just go on DXP Interact or Property Finder and say, I know what I'm talking. Like you don't.
Agreed. Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting.
So we have, these are the angles we need to come up with in order to get, not even say build the trust, but for them to understand.
But it is frustrating, I get it, because when you drive around an area and you see like Palm, you're driving around, you see in the front, as a buyer, you must think that there's so many villas that I can choose from.
Yeah.
Because there's just endless amounts of villas, but when you really break it down, it's probably one or two.
There's maybe 4 now on the Palm that are really nice, but then
and serious prices as well. But
the prices are ridiculous now. And I actually, one thing that I wanted to discuss is like, there is, natural value and increasing value or appreciation. And then there's unnatural. And one thing that I feel like developers have started to do, especially in the Palm, is like they've increased the price for built up so much that investors are forced to sell for the prices that they are, because it's like it cost them 8 million for extensions for a garden home, plus another 8-9 million for the fit out if you want to do something nice. So it's like 17 million plus 30 million to buy a decently located condo. It's like almost 50 million. So like, and if you sell it for 60, you make 10 million on 50. Like you might as well buy something in Jumeirah Island or somewhere else. Yeah. So it's like this is what I'm saying. It's not unnatural, because like you can't go from 50 to 75 to like this, because then it's just like, really, it's not sustainable, right?
Yeah. So, no, I agree.
But they want to sell Palm Jabali too. So this is where it comes from.
Yeah, exactly. They have a plan.